Hey guys, Mrs. Talk Techie here, and for today I'm going to show you my virtual classroom for a pre-K mastery folder. So what is a pre-K mastery folder? Well, in my case, that's what they call a homework folder. And I just don't want you guys to get turned off by the idea of just thinking that this is only for pre-K kiddos. This can be tailored, this can be customized, this can be adapted to all grade levels, and you can just mold it to fit your instructional needs and especially your teaching styles. So it's just up to you. How innovative, how creative can you get? This is just, I hope, something that might spark some creativity and some innovation in your instruction. So with that said, I do want to let you know that I will have a copy of this template in the description below, and feel free to grab a copy of it for yourself, change it up, tailor it for your needs. That's cool. That humbles me because it adds value to the work that I create. If you have any questions, just feel free to comment below, guys, or reach out to me in any platform. I'm on all social media platforms, and I try my best to respond to everybody in a timely manner. So in addition to that, this is an offshoot video to a larger video resource that I'm creating, which is Bitmoji, a comprehensive guide. And I'm almost done with it. I've been working relentlessly on it because I do want it to be as comprehensive as possible from start to finish. And right now I'm on number 5, but I've actually completed some of the other ones. But number 5 is create a hyperlink classroom. So one of the things I'm seeing in different social media platforms is teachers asking, well, now that I created my classroom, my Bitmoji classroom, what can I do with it? And so this next video that I will be creating after today, after this one, is just going to give you a lot of ideas of how you can implement this hyperlink classroom. Now, in addition to that, it's going to give you tips and tricks on how to facilitate you creating it and how to get the best out of hyperlinking certain things. May it be YouTube videos or websites or videos of yourself. I'm just going to have a lot of quick tips and tricks to help you guys out. So with that said, let's get started with the pre-K mastery folder. So you're probably wondering, well, why a mastery folder? Why a homework folder? Well, because I do have triplet 8-year-olds, and I also have another one, a 5-year-old. So I have 4 boys, and my 5-year-old just finished pre-K this year, and the triplets obviously all went to pre-K at the same time, and they've all had the same pre-K teacher, which she's amazing, and I'm going to give her a shout out right here, Mrs. 𝙎𝙐𝙽𝙎𝙬𝙀𝙀. She is amazing, and she had what she calls a mastery folder, and basically, quote unquote, it's a homework folder. And even though I'm not an elementary teacher, I can assume, and correct me if I'm wrong, that in the lower grades, it's all about repetition and practice, right? And so some of the things that were required of the kiddos, the babies, right, my babies, to do was a lot of repetitive work, a lot of practice at home. So practice your beginning sounds or the phonics song, practice your numbers, your shapes, your colors, your days of the week, all that stuff. And like Mrs. 𝙎𝙬𝙬𝙀 had this thing where she would have kind of like sign language with the phonics of a song. I don't really know, guys. It doesn't come natural to me because I am a middle school teacher, history teacher. So, but anyways, I remember my boys as they were trying to learn to read or sounding out the words, it was like they'd be saying that one is door and snake, and they had all these things, and I always wanted to learn it because I guess that's the teacher in me, so that I can make sure and I can monitor and progress monitor my children to see if they were doing it right, but I didn't know whether or not. So I always thought in my mind, in the back of my mind, like, I wish there was something digitally compiled so that the parents had some type of guide on whether or not they were actually helping their kids complete their assignments and their mastery folder appropriately. So this is where the idea stemmed from. The teacher, I found an old folder, and it's actually a binder, and it's really beat up because it's not from my 5-year-old, it's actually from one of the triplets, and it's missing stuff, but it has in here a test. It has the behavior chart. It has numbers. It has the shapes and the colors, the days of the week. It has the phonics song, all that. Well, I thought, why can't we digitize this and still provide them with a resource? Because I still think I am a digital native, but I still think it's important to have hard copies and hands-on stuff. I love hands-on activities. So with that, I'm going to show you my idea, but you guys are the professionals. But this is just an idea of how this would work in my head. All right. So this is the first thing I would do. I'm going to give you first the show and tell, and then I'm going to go through the logistics of things and kind of like this is how it works. All right, guys? So stick around till the end so that you can see kind of like behind the scenes how this would all work out and how you would set it up in your Google Slides presentation. And that's where I'm at right now. So the first thing I would do is I would print this out, hopefully in color, if I have a color printer this coming year. I would print this out in color, and I'd be a little bit extra, and I would laminate it so that when I turn it into my parents in the binder, I can put it in this front cover, but laminated. Why? I don't know, because we like to be extra that way. And I would print this out. And on it, this would be the main go-to guide for our parents. And there it would say, hello parents, scan the code on the right every day to access your child's daily mastery work. All the skills must be practiced daily, but in addition, there are a couple of things that must be submitted daily as well. So you can find what must be submitted daily on the left-hand side. So on Mondays, every day of the week, they have to do all the things. They have to do math, they have to do shapes, they have to do the phonics song. But on Mondays, they'll need to submit an assignment for math. On Tuesday, I believe it's shapes. On Wednesday, it's penmanship. On Thursday, it might be colors. I don't remember. And Friday is Flipgrid Friday. So you'll see what each one entails. But this is all the parents would need because this code is going to be published to the web. And I'm going to explain to you at the end why publish to the web, how that works, how you can easily set it up. And so this code is going to be published to the web. So it's going to be a dynamic QR code. That means every time you make changes on your Google Slides presentation, you don't have to send them out a new link, send them out a new code. It's going to automatically update. And the next time they scan it again, it'll be there updated. So I absolutely love publishing it to the web. And I'll show you that at the end, guys. So after that, let's pretend, boom, they scanned that code, and this is what they get next. And they would get this linked presentation on present mode. It would be on present mode, so it would look exactly like this. And they're going to make sure that all of these things get accomplished every day. But certain things need to be submitted on Monday, like math on Monday, Tuesday, I believe it's shapes. I'm not sure. We'll go over it right now. But so this has been hyperlinked. So I'm going to go to the phonics song. And on the phonics song, I've added a YouTube video on the phonics song that actually showcases the song that we actually sing in the classroom. That's the idea. We want to facilitate the parents as if we're there helping them out so that it doesn't become too difficult for our parents. Because believe me, I'm a teacher and it was difficult for me. So you'd have your song. Preferably, it would be amazing if you could record yourself and that would be you singing the song with the kiddos, and then they would sing it with you as well, and that would be them practicing. And then the parents would know that on Fridays, the kids would have to record themselves singing this song. So they'd have to be like, apple, ball, I don't know the song. So, but all they would have to do is click on this, and this is what they would see. Right now, this is on like my laptop view. It might look a little bit different if they're working off a tablet or a cell phone, but this is what they would see. And they would click on this because not all our kiddos, our pre-K kiddos, can read. So our kids would click on this. Hello, kiddos. This is where you're going to submit your phonics song. You're going to sing it. Record yourself. Let me hear your beautiful voice. Don't worry. It's just Mrs. Gonzalez listening. So don't be shy. And I can't wait to hear you guys. If you need to, only for this week, you can play the song in the background and sing along. Alrighty, guys? I can't wait to hear you sing, guys. We'll see you later. So then what would the kids do next? This big green button is what they would click on. And then, of course, you'd have to log in. And then you'd be ready to sing. And you just click the record button. And let's pretend that we're singing. Let's pretend that we're singing right now and that we've sang the phonics song. And they can get, they can add their name on it. And there's all these neat little features. And then they click on next. We're singing. Let's pretend that we're singing right now. Next again, it asks for a selfie. And then next again. And then that's going to be submitted to you, the teacher. And so you're going to get all your kiddos practice a phonics song for that week in that one, what they call that one grid. And you'd submit the video and you're done. So complete. And now it's been uploaded there. So we have that one submission. You see? So now we have it. And so you start getting all these submissions in there. So I just wanted to show you a little, kind of like a little drive-by of Flipgrid. So let's take you back to the Pre-K Mastery folder. Once that's been done, you can hit on the house, the little house, and that's linked to the main page, to like the table of contents. And then we're going to go over and let's do the shapes. So I'm going to click over here to the shapes. So on the shapes virtual classroom, what you'd want the kids to do is just practice their shapes. And of course, you'd want them to have their actual tangible resource, right? So like an actual page that shows the shapes. You'd have them practice and identify the shapes. But on Tuesdays, you'd ask them to go around the house, their house, and find a shape that they've been practicing. It might be just any shape, or you might ask them for a specific shape, and you'd ask them to take a picture and then upload it to the virtual bulletin board, which is Padlet. And so I'm going to show you firsthand what it looks like, and it'll totally make sense to you. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Padlet icon, and it's going to redirect me to week 1 shapes, and it's for our mastery folder. And here, all our kiddos have already taken pictures around the house of different shapes, and they've written their names. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a huge Atlanta Braves fan, so this is most of the starting lineup. So pictures of shapes, so squares, stars, ovals, circles, more squares around the house, and they'd upload it and put it here. And so you could literally just check off, Mike Soroka has done it. Nick Markakis has done it. Check, check, check. And this is for week 1. And this is a virtual bulletin board. And it is so easy to set up. I will link the YouTube tutorial that I've made. If not, just search for one. You'll find it easy peasy, or just go on your own. Challenge yourself, guys. You're going to notice that it's a lot easier than what it seems, and you'll be able to make your own virtual bulletin board, grab the link, and then link it to your virtual classrooms. So this is Padlet, and this is what they would be doing when it comes to Tech Shape Tuesdays. And this is what we'd want the kids to accomplish. All right. So let's take you back, and then they click on the home button. And next, let's go to Days of the Week. The Days of the Week virtual classroom is pretty straightforward. It's just sing along every day. And the YouTube song that I found is in the tunes of the Addams Family. So Days of the Week, clap, clap, or snap, snap. And so you just want the kids practicing this every day, and there's no need to submit anything any day of the week. So then after that, I'm going to click on home, and now let's take it to Penmanship. And Penmanship, guys, that's why I think it's important to give them also a resource that has the actual documents inside. And so you would tell them, hey, today you're going to be working on this one, and you show them exactly which one it is. They complete it, they take a picture, and you'll link that Padlet to the Penmanship Mastery folder Padlet. All right, and so that's all they'd have to do for that one. So super easy, and they've have enough practice to where the parents are going to know exactly how to do it. I know that my 5-year-old, which was in pre-K this past year, he started to get the hang of it and started to do it on his own as well. Because all you have to do is click on that link, and it's going to take you straight forward. You click on the pink little dot that's there, and you take a picture, and you're done. So believe me, if our kiddos, if my 5-year-old can play Fortnite or build this amazing Minecraft castle of his fortress, then he can upload a picture to Padlet. So let's not underestimate them. So back home, and let's go to colors. And so on colors, it says here that they will play the song and sing along. Again, nothing beats you, the teacher, recording yourself and doing it firsthand, because that's exactly how they hear it in the classroom, and that's how you want them to practice it at home as well. And so they'd sing along with the song, but then on Thursdays, it's called Talk It Up Thursday. And that's why I called it Talk It Up, because we just want you to talk about what's your color, where'd you find it, why'd you pick it, right? Do you like the color? So, and you'll notice that the kids over time, they'll start off with submitting something that's literally 3 seconds long, 5 seconds long. And then before you know it, at the end of the year, you got to limit their responses, or else you're going to be there all night listening to their amazing videos. And so then after colors, you're going to go back home, and I'm going to take it to the last one, which is numbers. And the kids, you don't have to go in any particular order. Just make sure that, because all of them have to get done, just make sure that whatever is due for that specific day does get accomplished. So here, for numbers, it's called Math Monday. So on Mondays, not only do they need to practice their numbers 1 through 20, the number for that week is 12. And so on Mondays, they need to complete the penmanship activity for the number 12. And that's the beauty about publishing everything to the web, is I'll go in, and next week, I'll just change this to the number 13. And that's going to be for the following week. And of course, I can change this one also for the number 13 penmanship activity. And again, the kids complete it, they take a picture of it and upload it to the link that's right here. I do have linked there the Padlet for parents as well, guys, if you want to kind of show that to your parents so that they can take a look. That concludes the Pre-K Mastery folder. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to show you how to publish it to the web, because in order to make it into like a dynamic QR code or a dynamic link, it needs to be published. And what I mean by dynamic, it means that they'll always have that same link, that same QR code, but you can always change the information on that link and that QR code, and don't have to update it ever. You don't have to be constantly giving new links or QR codes to your parents. So I think that's a huge, huge plus. So I'm going to go to File, Publish to the Web, and the first thing you're going to see is Auto Advanced Slides, and by default, you're at 3 seconds a slide. And there is no off button. Don't worry about it, guys. That it only starts to auto advance if in the navigation toolbar at the bottom, if you press play. That's the only reason. But we're not going to be messing with that navigation toolbar. We're going to be clicking on the links over here, so it shouldn't be a problem. Other than that, you're going to click on Publish. Don't worry about anything else. It's going to ask you to confirm. And there's your link. I'm going to Control-C that link. And then I'm going to take it to one of my favorite web tools. And this web tool is called bit.do. And it's a link shortener and a QR code generator all at the same time. And it also gives you analytics, so you'll be able to see all the traffic of your link, meaning how many times is it being clicked on. And so I'm going to Control V, so paste that link. And then what I love about it also is you have the option to customize the link. So I can easily type something else in here. For example, I can type in Mastery Folder 1, and then of course confirm that I'm not a robot. And then I'm going to click on shorten. And if it's not taken, I get it. If it's taken, then you have to, of course, change it up. So now I have my shortened link that I'm going to now grab this, copy it, and I'm going to go to my website, and I can paste it. And I just did Control V. I can paste it, and now it's an actual active link on my slide presentation. I hate that it's by default that color, so I always change up the color to like a dark blue because I think that's like a universal sign for click me, I'm a link. And then after that, I can go to my QR code here and copy this QR code, and I can also paste it as well. So now I have that QR code as well for my mastery folder. Just like the idea would be, you'd be creating something like this over here. Now, what I love about it even more is that if you add a hyphen to the end here, so for example, if I copy this link and then I put a hyphen at the end, I'm going to get the analytics. And well, it hasn't had any clicks yet, but this is going to give me the analytics for that link, including the QR code, because it's the same link. So that is my first little tip and trick on the logistics of how you can make this mastery folder work. In addition to that, I just want to show you really quick how easy it is to set up a Flipgrid link right here, because I didn't show you this one because I wanted to link it for you. So I'm going to go to my Flipgrid website. And so here I have 13 grids, and grids can be considered classes. It's up to you how you want to set them up. And so I'm going to go to my YouTube one. I have here my week 1 phonics song like I showed you earlier, and I have 1 submission already. So this shows me my responses. So I'm going to go back to my class, which is called the Mrs. Talk Techie class, and I'm going to add a new topic. And this topic is going to be for colors. So it's going to be week 1 colors. And here I'm going to add the description of the assignment, right? So here I put whatever the assignment is, and then I'd give it a recording time. Let's say I'd give them 5 minutes. I can moderate the responses. So before it actually shows, I get to approve or disapprove the response. I can record myself giving them instructions, just like you saw in the other one, and then I would create the topic. And there's a lot of other options aside from recording myself. And here is my link. Literally, I copy this, all set. I'm going to take it back. I'm going to go here, Control K, Control V, apply. And now that one is linked directly to that topic that I just made. So easy, guys. How long did it take me? Not even 3 minutes, I would say. Last one that I want to show you is for Padlet. And so I'm going to go here to the numbers one, and I'm going to create a Padlet for numbers. So I'm going to go to padlet.com. And this is my teacher Padlet, and I have all my virtual classrooms here. If you're interested in more information, I'm not going to go into detail because I do not want to drag this out even longer than I already have. I'm sorry about that, but I really do love being thorough. But if you are interested, I'll link them in the description below for Padlet for teachers and Padlet for parents. So I'm going to go up here to make a Padlet. And it's going to give me, ask me for options. What kind of Padlet do you want to set up? I love using the shelf one if I want things in organized categories or sections. If not, the one you saw earlier is just simply called a wall. So I'm going to select it. And what I love about it is it automatically generates everything for you. All you need to do is if you want to retitle it, for example, I'd want week 1 colors. This is for my pre-K mastery folder. And then I can change the wallpaper, change the font, all of that stuff. I'm going to click on next. I'm going to click on start posting. So when my kiddos get this link, they just have to press on this pink dot on the right hand side. And once they click on that pink button, they're going to have to put a title on it. So for example, they can put their name, so student name, and they can write about whatever colors it's going to be about, upload their video, add a link, a website, take a picture, or other options that they have all here, guys. You can screen record your screen. You can capture video in front of your camera. So for example, I can click on this. It's going to allow for permissions. So many different features that it has, and the kids can literally right here be recording themselves and saying, hey, you know, this is pink and it's a highlighter and I use it when I'm highlighting my notes or whatever it is. So really cool. And once you finish, you submit it and it'll be posted right here. Teachers, once you set this up just like that, you're going to click on the right top hand side, share, copy link to clipboard. It means it's copied. I take it back to my Bitmoji classroom. Click on this. Here is my insert link. Control V, apply. And so now check this out. I'm going to present it. I'm going to click on it. And it's going to take me straight to that Padlet we just created literally a couple seconds ago. So super, super easy. And that, guys, that concludes this pre-K mastery folder that is just one section, one activity in a larger resource that I'm creating, which is creating hyperlinked classrooms and what you can use them for. I'm sorry if I rushed through this. It's just, I feel like there's so much information and so many things I want to share, and I want you guys to find this useful, right? To find value in this, and I want you to know that I value your time, so I try my best in everything that I put up here on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching. I do highly recommend that you guys, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and hit the bell, because when I do finish this Bitmoji comprehensive guide, you'll get notified when I upload that content, and that link will be, that resource will be in the description below. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Have a great one, guys, and we'll see you in the next video, which is the actual Bitmoji hyperlink overview. What can you use hyperlink classrooms for? So aside from this one, thanks, guys. Have a good one.